Welcome to Coach's Corner Cat fans. Thanks for joining me and Mike on this Monday afternoon. The kids had the day off today, and the teachers all had an in-service, so kind of an interesting day for the players especially. So we're going to review the Parkway game and introduce the Delphos game coming up this Friday, and then I'll have a spotlight again. Some of the helpers. I'm going to talk about just a little bit about our bus drivers over the years that we've had for the same guys for several years, and then our spotlight player will be Jack Ebbing today. Like I said, I've gone right up right numerically right up the roster with the seniors. So 22, we're up to 22. Jack Ebbing. So let's back up to the Parkway game. We went over to Parkway, and the score ended up 40-6. And I guess fortunately for us, it was 40-0 at half. The defense played really well. We kicked off like we like to. Our kickoff team has been really good all year. Really, our special teams have been really good all year, especially kickoff and our punt return team has been good. And punt block, we blocked a couple punts this year. We had 2 punt returns for a touchdown Friday night, and almost had a third on a block punt. So the defense played really well. I think we gave up maybe negative yards in the first half. Now unfortunately for Parkway, they had a quarterback who has started for 3, maybe 4 years, and he's a really good player. Now, unfortunately, he got hurt on the third play, sprained his ankle. So hopefully he'll be back. He tried to come back in for a play or two, but just couldn't do it. So hopefully for him and the Panthers that he'll be back and can help them get a couple wins here, and then hopefully make the playoffs and see how they do. The offense, we moved the ball again and made some big plays. We're still a little bit frustrated with our penalties. And I saw Nick Saban. I guess he's maybe feeling the same way we are a little bit offensively, and he called it at the end of the game. We got to get rid of the my bad plays. You make a mistake and you jump off sides or line up off sides. Just my bad. I'll do it better, and we keep doing it. So we're frustrated with that. We had 13 penalties, and probably 9 or 10 of them were just mental discipline. Plays on lining up offside, jumping off sides, those types of things. So we got to clean that up a little bit, and the kids know it, and we know it, but we're not doing it yet. So we've got some work to do with that. 40-6. Again, we feel good about that win. They got there. We really played our JVs the whole second half, and I know our players get a little bit frustrated because they would like to get a shutout or try to get a shutout, and they want to play because they practiced all week. But we knew that we didn't have Parkway had canceled the JV game. They just had some injuries last week and didn't really feel like they had enough guys to really play. So that factored into it a little bit. We knew that they weren't going to play Saturday, and probably the number one factor is I would feel terrible down the road if we were playing old guys and somebody got hurt when they didn't need to be in the game at that point. So that's my thinking on that. Even though we talk about shutouts and they're fun to get, but really our old guys did have a shutout, and so played really well. So looking forward, we're going to play Delphos this week. Delphos is 2-4, I believe. They beat a pretty good LCC team early, first or second game. Unfortunately for them, similar to Parkway, their quarterback got hurt 2 weeks ago, and so they're searching a little bit for an offensive, things to do offensively. They do have a good stout running back. They've moved a receiver to quarterback, and went a little wildcat this past week. And so it appears they're searching a little bit. Coach Schulte always does a really good job coaching his guys up. Defensively, they do a really good job, maybe more than anybody as far as not necessarily player-wise, but coaching their guys up and mixing up coverages and going from a 3-man front to a 4-man front and back to the 3-man front with some different blitzes and some different D-line stunts. So they give you some problems, especially your O-line, because of all the different types of looks. So we call that fill in the toolbox. So they have a big toolbox defensively, and then offensively, like I said, I think, coming in, they do a lot of looking at the sideline, and my guess is they'll try to use the whole play clock and milk the clock and hopefully get first downs and get some scores. And so we've always had some really good battles over the years with Delphos, and like I said, Coach Schulte does a great job with his guys, coaching them up. And as you know, if you're following the league here the last several years, they just, numbers wise at their school, they're such a small enrollment now. They just have a tough time keeping the numbers up football wise. And as you know, if you get guys hurt, that numbers game is huge. So Delphos is coming to town. I believe it's senior night, and one of my favorite nights. The players know this, I guess. Most other people don't know, but we bring the dads in pre-game and post-game, and so that's one of my favorite nights because my dad was such a huge part of my football experience, and so we bring in the dads, and they get a kind of experience our pre-game and post-game, and so I always look forward to that. Spotlight. We're going to go with like I said, the bus drivers, and really there's about 5 of them now, but 3 or 4 have been with us for a long time. So Merle's been as long as I've been head coach. He's always taken the first bus, and so Merle and I have been traveling together. Merle, happy birthday to Merle. He just had a big birthday party at the depot yesterday. That was fun to see Merle. He just turned 70, and so Merle's just one of the nicest guys and positive guys around. And then Rob Schmidt, Tony Stamm, and Tuba Klosterman, those 3 kind of trade off. Rob always goes because he helps with our end zone camera, and then between Tony, Tuba, and now Zach Sudoff, who's one of our coaches, has his license, so he'll drive like the freshman games or JV games, and so we always have a good backup with Zach. So those guys, guys that you can always count on that do a really good job and enjoy football, so they like to go to the game. Tony doubles up on home games. He's one of the chain gang guys, so I'll talk about those guys next week. The chain gang guys who have been with us for lots and lots of years, so I'll get them next week. So Merle and Rob and Tuba and Tony and now of course Zach. So thanks for always being there for us with the bus driving. Player spotlight this week, 22, Jack Ebbing. And so Jack is a linebacker, running back for us. He's a full-time starter as a linebacker, and so he plays one of our stacked. We're running a 3-3 defense, so he's one of those stacked linebackers, doing a really good job. He's undersized for a linebacker, but he's quick and a tough dude. He and Miles are kind of our undersized linebackers that they're hard to block because they're quick and tough and strong, and so Jack is a full-time starter on defense, and then those 3 linebackers, Miles and Jack and Cody Depwig, those 3 linebackers share the running back spot, and obviously sometimes we have 2 backs in there, so 2 of them, but they just kind of deal with it themselves. They say, hey, you got this series, I got this series, you take the next one, and so we do have players that play, we call it 1.5 ways. So this is a little bit off topic with Jack, but we call it 1.5. So guys are full-time starters, maybe on defense, and then they get their breaks on offense, like in this case with those 3 linebackers. And sometimes other guys are full-time O guys and get their breaks on defense. So like the Hardy brothers are going to play on offense all the time, and they play AJ pretty much is in there most of the time, but he gets his breaks on defense along with Braylon. So we mix and match several of our players in that way. And so, but back to Jack. Jack was formerly a wrestler too, but these last couple of years, I guess he's gone just to more football, and he's all in. He hurt his shoulder in one of the early games, so we're concerned about that. But he seems to be doing fine with that, wearing a brace, and And after the season, I guess we'll see if it's going to need surgery later down the road. So Jack's doing a really good job on defense and offense, running the ball, and of course, like I said, we're blitzing a lot. So between he and again Miles and Cody, they're making lots and lots of plays, like they should in our style of defense. So number 22, Jack Eving, senior spotlight, and I think we jump all the way next week to all the way up to number 37, I believe. And so we'll move forward and keep moving up till we get through all the seniors by the end of the year. I might have to double a few of them up. So Delphos is coming to town this Friday at 7 o'clock for senior night.